Hi, my name is Kay. I love to encourage other moms in their homeschooling journey. I have one child that I homeschool. If homeschool content is something you're looking for, click like and subscribe down below. I hate that, question. How do your kids socialize? How do they get socialized, right? Being in a room full of other people the exact same age as you is something that only happens in school settings. Once you're 18, you're surrounded by people of all the different ages. Even if you're before you're 18, you get a job at a supermarket or a fast food restaurant, you're not with people your exact age. So homeschooling actually socializes you in society with people of all ages. Um, and so, yes, we socialize. But when I joined a co-op a few years ago, and our co-op is not structured the way like a co-op first sounds like. We don't get together every week for academic stuff. It's a very big umbrella group. There are options for field trips every month. There are options for moms to get together for supper. There are little clubs and activities, all kinds of things. So you kind of sign up for whatever it is you're looking for. But when we first joined, the couple of options for my then kindergartner were not anything she was super interested in. There was the academic group, there was a PE group that met, there was choir, anyway. So she was looking for just something more play, make friends. So me being me, I decided we don't have it, so I'm going to create it. I did have a friend, and she had the most amazing structure already going with this group, and so I duplicated it, and I told her I was stealing the idea from her. But now she met weekly. Every Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, she met at a local park, and she rotated the parks, and it worked great. There were maybe 2 times in a couple of years where the weather did not work out for that, and so she had to move the location. But for the most part, parks were a great idea. So this being my first time leading a group, I did not want to do weekly. And the way she had it structured as well was there were optional activities that were parent led. If somebody wanted to do a craft or a story or bring a treat or something like that to the park, it was just fine. Like very casual, you just get together, make friends, build memories together. It was great. So I was looking to do that within my faith-based organization. So I began with once a month, and I set a limit on the number of families to 12. It ended up being 16 because I have a big heart and didn't want anyone left out. So it was 16 families. There were a total of, I want to say 27 children. We didn't all show up at the same time to the parks, but I limited it also by age. It was K to second grade. You had to have one child in K to second, and then any younger or older siblings were welcome to come to the park. So if you are trying to find a way to get your kids meeting other friends, you yourself meeting other homeschool moms to share information about your curriculum, your questions about state laws, questions about, field trips, or maybe go together, or what's available locally for homeschooling and stuff, I would say starting just a very casual homeschool play date type thing at parks is a great way. It is so weird to say this, but just meeting once a month for 4 months built friendships. It went so well the fall that I did it that in the springtime, the moms had requested I add more dates. So we ended up meeting in the spring about 2 times a month in local areas. And it was great. It was just what I was looking for, just what my daughter was looking for. It really filled a hole in our homeschool experience. It was such a blessing to both of us. I cannot express how amazing it was. The thing is that um, we are going to actually add a couple of elements next year. And that's what's so great about having the group. They're all growing together, they're aging together. And in hearing some of the interests of the families that are not academic based, just what are things we kind of all enjoy doing together, I'm actually adding an element to every meeting we do next year. I did a couple of fun things this year at the parks. We painted rocks, we did like a story time, we did a couple of crafts, we did a few nature walks where whoever wanted to come on the nature walk and bring their nature notebook and coloring stuff could do that. We had a specific number of times that I said, "Oh, bring your skates or your scooter or your um, bicycle. Just spend time together." Next year, I am formally having a rotating list of topics for every meeting that we get together. So we're actually going to upgrade and meet 3 times a month with 1 week off. And once a month will be nature and art time. Kids will bring their stuff and just, informally, we're going to go out together and walk around the park and find stuff to paint or draw or color, sketch, whatever. And then we're going to have 1 time a month is going to be focused on skating or your scooter or your bicycle. A lot of the kids this age have not had a lot of practice, right, with skating or riding their bike. And if you live in a rural area where there's a lot of dirt roads or pebble roads, it's not easy to learn to skate there. Or, bicycling is not smooth. Scooters too. I mean, specifically. So if we can get together at a park, it gives a lot of these younger kids an opportunity to practice and encourage each other and learn together and just build the memories, right? And then the third thing we're going to do next year is have a public speaking time. It's really more of a glorified show and tell, but it can be something the kid brings that they've painted, a poster they've painted, a picture of their grandma's house, whatever. But every month's going to be a topic, and we'll get together with our friends. Low pressure. You're learning to speak in front of a group and a crowd, and that can be daunting, even for adults. And the idea is hopefully that these skills develop together in this group of friends that you've built. You're not embarrassed to talk in front of them. You know each other, and you've grown together and played together. You're friends. And that can last the whole year. Again, so I'm going to choose a different topic every month. It might be something 1 month like your favorite animal or your favorite science thing, right? So whatever the families are studying at home in their own homeschool time with their mom, that's science-based, they could talk about it that month if they wanted to. Their favorite place they'd like to visit or have visited. Their, favorite activity or thing to do that they like. Anything, doesn't matter. I'm going to do very general topics. And then the kids can work on something at home and be proud and show it off, or bring something simple because they're just getting started, especially if it's a younger sibling, 2, 3, 4, who wants to get up and talk. We're going to allow all the siblings to do it as well. So there are ways to start these fun groups, and as you grow together, figure out what are the desires and interests of the groups. I really wanted my daughter to do a little bit more public speaking because she doesn't have a fear of it. I didn't want her to develop it, so I want to keep going with that. I did not know initially there was another mom who wanted the same thing. So in talking about it together, I said, awesome, we're definitely going to add this next year to our group. My daughter loves going out in nature and painting and coloring, so we're going to add that formally. I know that is an interest among several of the kids. And then, like I said, the wheels, we're going to add the wheels. And that way the moms know what to pack. It's not always impromptu. It wasn't before I sent emails out to let everyone know, but just set on the schedule, right? And that's how we're going to get together and build friendships and things like that. So if you are looking for an idea about how to do a group gathering where you don't have to pay rent on a space, it doesn't always have to be field trip based, I encourage you to think about local parks or public meeting spaces in your area. You can get together and do things. I know that's not always something workable. I live in Florida, so I can go to the park all year, right? But you live up north where it's snowing. Look for local places where you guys can meet together. And again, it's only once a month. So get out your stuff and get together in the snow and play. But it can be done. Once a month is great. Don't be discouraged when I say once a month. You can definitely build friendships on that and then see where the next year takes you. But I hope it is an encouragement to you that you are able to start something like this and that you absolutely will build friendships with the other families, and your children will too. And that's something that's so exciting to do because you're making friends and you're kind of going through this journey together. So I hope this was an encouragement to you. I hope to see you here soon. I got some buttons down here. Like and subscribe if you want to click those for me. And I will talk to you later.